Good afternoon. My name is McConnell. I run global marketing at Showpad, and I am addicted to fleece vests. Very simple reason for that. They're very efficient. They work great at keeping me warm in cool conference rooms like this, but I can still wear it outside, so I'm not constantly putting my jacket on and off. There's also, and probably the more important reason, is it can hold this thing. This does not fit in most other pockets, doesn't fit well in a sports coat, but it fits great in a fleece vest. So, if we can, there we go. Okay, we're back on. So I'm going to talk a little bit about a few concepts around content and mobile, and my primary goal of this talk today is to get you to do something, and that's really it, when it relates to content on the mobile device. So there was a 2013 McKinsey study that came out that still said the most important factor in B2B buying was the personal interaction between a sales rep. And what I want to remind everybody is not to forget that we have salespeople behind their computers, out in the field, selling into our channels, selling direct to our customers. And it is part of our job to make them successful. And so my first call to action for everybody in here is just do it. That's really it. Second one is conversations. Start to understand and think about conversations. Now, I am not talking about the conversations that marketers talk about, which is over Twitter, direct message, LinkedIn, email conversations, all the stuff that marketing automation sort of brought to bear as a concept of a conversation. I'm talking about face-to-face conversations. This is what a salesperson on the front line is dealing with. And so think about that as you're developing content for mobile devices. Go beyond. Go beyond the PPT, the PDF, the HTML. Those are not great form factors or formats for this device. They really are an interruption in how people are using tablets. And particularly if you think about a sales rep who's having a conversation with somebody and everyone's getting a little excited, everyone's very interested, they're solving problems, they're talking about products, things of that sort. The best way to put a blocker on that, pause, bring up a PDF, and ask them to read. We need to go beyond traditional content that works very well on a PC and start thinking about how we can enhance the conversation through audio, through video, through HTML5, so that when that salesperson is having a vocal conversation, they can enhance it with content that's on the tablet device. Simplicity, one of the critical ones. This device was developed to be simple. Anybody with kids obviously knows that. Anybody who can play Candy Crush or any other game while they're on a city bus knows that. It really works well for that. And it's a tap world. And that's the type of content that we need to be sharing and how we need to be organizing the content on these devices. Embrace the tap world. Use the device for the tap world. Make your content tap. And then you will find that salespeople are using it, they're accessing it, and you're getting a better sort of salesperson ROI on the content investments that you're already making and that you'll be making in the next few months, years, etc. Experiences. Apple has branded this as a fashion statement. We all know that. We want one. We want it to be in our vest pockets. But if you don't, what's showing on this screen is not a continuation of that fashion statement. You've really done a disservice to the person that's using it. In most cases, it's going to be a salesperson in that conversation. We all know that they don't have any fashion sense. We've got that. but they are carrying one of these around and they're looking darn good doing it. And so when they're tapping, create a terrific experience that enhances their personal brand and at the same time your organization's. So that are my 5 key points. If there is any marketer that is sitting in this room that truly believes that tablets are not going to change the way that selling occurs, and does not believe that it's going to revolutionize how we're going to market in the next 2, 3, 4, or 5 years, I'm stressing to you, catch a cab, head back to the office. It's coming. It really is coming. The consumerization of B2B IT, our ability, our need for B2B tools to be as simple as our messaging apps, as our news apps, as our social apps, as our game apps, is coming very quickly, and I would argue much quicker than we're all prepared for. And it's that tap experience to go do a very specific thing that is going to make it easier for salespeople to use tablets in a really positive way during their selling experience. So for those of you that decided to stay, and I'm glad to see that it was absolutely everybody and a few more coming in, my message to you is do it. Get on these devices, think about the simplicity of your content, think about your experiences, go beyond the PowerPoint, and give your salesperson a fashion statement. Thanks very much.